Welcome, Aries. I'm Brenda Tarot, and I'm here again today to bring you your Angel Tarot and Oracle readings for the week of September the 16th to the 23rd. I'm doing a different spread today. I'm doing where you are, what's coming, what you've left behind, what's coming into you, what's above you, and what's below you. I will be incorporating it still with 4 Lenormand Oracle messages. New deck here today is the Tea Leaf reading, and then of course messages from our angels to conclude the week. Let's get started. I want to first thank you for your interest in my channel and for viewing, liking, sharing, but most of all subscribing to them. When you do subscribe, please click that bell button and you'll get notified immediately when these are produced and out on open air for you to view on YouTube. And again, as you know, this is a general reading. Every single card may not resonate with every single Aries on the planet, but some of it will. So take what you can from it and run with it. Throw the rest out into the universe. If you want clarity, accuracy, and answers to any questions, then I invite you to click that little icon up in the top right-hand corner of this video, and you will get taken right into my website where you can see the services that I offer. Okay, all the other information, my beautiful Aries, is posted below this video if you should desire to get a hold of me. Now, let's see what we have here. Starting your week, you have been given where you are now. Okay, this is where you are now. You've been given the 10 of Fire, and it is also known as the 10 of Rods in traditional tarot. And what this means is, my beautiful Aries, is that you're taking on too much of a burden. There's too much going on. You feel defeated. You feel depleted. You're going to exhaust yourself. And sometimes you may become resentful. Now, some of this could be that you've been down to a timeline, you've had things that you've had to do, you've had to be focused on, and you've had to really set the standard and push yourself to get things done so that you're aware aware of what you have to focus on in the future. But I do see also that you tend to take on the burdens of others, and that has to stop, Aries. You have to let that go. Throw that out into the universe with love and realize that you cannot take on other people's burdens. I want you to realize you can reach out if the workload gets too heavy for you and ask for people to help. There's a support system around you everywhere, whether it's family members, friends, the love of your life, whoever, co-workers, people around you, legal eagles, whoever, that are there to give you support. So when you feel that things are too much for you to handle and to carry, ask for help. This is where you are now. I'm seeing that things you've got a big, huge workload here. You've been focusing on a lot of issues, both mentally and physically. So it's time, Aries, now to accept the fact that you can't take it all. You have to ask for help. You have to be able to let go and allocate some of this to other people. Now, let's see what we have above you. Above you, you've been given the Queen of Water. There is a water sign around you. You know, it may be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio individual. The energy is of water, which is emotional, okay? So this queen has the ability to look upon her court with compassion and with understanding. Don't take her as somebody who is a pushover. She's an individual who has the ability to be compassionate, understanding, and tolerant, but don't push her over the brink, okay? I do see that there may be a relationship with this person, this Queen of Water who you look up to. Maybe a relationship that you're going to be getting involved in, whether it's a romantic relationship, personal, on an emotional level, or an emotional level when it comes to business. Or someone who's an advocate in your end of the ring that's there to protect and guide and help you. She has the capability of cutting through things very quickly, and also she has the ability to be sympathetic and empathetic. So this is about you yourself and how you look out onto your court, how you look out onto your future and those around you in your circle. How are you looking at them? You need to be looking at them the same way that this water energy is giving you guidance to do. So being a little more, heart-centered here, being a little bit more patient and loving when you're dealing with challenging situations and people this week. Coming in below you, you've been given the Knight of Air, better known as the Knight of Swords. So you have one sword, you have 3 sword energies here. my beautiful Aries. And this is air energy, could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarian coming in with something that's going to happen very suddenly, an event, information, something that you've been waiting for is going to come in at great speed, and you're going to have to handle it. I want you to pull back on the reins a little bit and make sure this situation you're dealing with, you are going to cross your T's and dot your I's very, very carefully, Aries. I want you to look at the whole picture, okay? I want you to process everything that you're going to have coming into you. You're going to be creative. You have that ability to be creative, Aries. So I do see that, you know, you're going to be able to weigh your options here and review your options very carefully. You're intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and like this knight, you tend to be tireless. You take on the load of the weight and the load and the work on over excessively. So just pull back on the reins a little bit this week, Aries, when it comes to anything legal, any documents you have to sign, any partnerships, any major decisions that you have to make. When this event comes in, all of a sudden, rapidly, and you will be able to process it. But I'm not saying, you know, shelve it. I'm saying just be careful and make sure that you take your time to look over absolutely everything. Where have you come from? This is where you have behind you. This is what you have behind you. And you've been given the 9 of air, which is the 9 of swords. And this tells me, you know, in the past, you've been dealing with loss of sleep. You've been dealing with stressful situations. And as I've told you before, the air and the swords often indicate a situation that has to do with legal issues. Now, I do see that, you know, some of you have been you were thinking about the worst, but know that this is behind you now, and that this isn't coming into play anymore. This is where you were and how you're going to evolve from this situation. And, you know, I want you to look at life with, you know, more luck and more, you know, and look forward to achieving your goals, and look at your future with more vision now, seeing the future unfold before you, Aries. I also want you to keep in mind that again, they're taking me back to this 9 of rods, that you don't make promises you can't fulfill to people to keep the peace. Okay, I want you to know that. But this is about, you know, looking towards better luck and more fulfillment and being able to achieve your goals. This was in the past when you didn't believe that these things were all going to come into play. So know now that you should be able to rest easy. Know now that your energy should be shifting and that things will be improving. Coming into you, this is what you've got to look about. The 8 of air, which is the 8 of swords, and you need to remove the blindfold here, okay? Again, this is another issue here that could have to do with justice, being judged, or something legal. I want you to remove the blindfold, Aries. You have come up into your own head. You've allowed all this negative energy to take over you, and you need to let it go, because it's feeling you're experiencing, you're expecting the worst to happen, and you're thinking that you're going to be trapped, and you're starting to lack your confidence again. I don't want you to be afraid to take action. I want you to remove the blindfolds. You're going to see the whole story, the whole picture here. It's coming in here with this Knight of Air. So, you know, I do see that you're going to be able to move forward. This, you know, this is where you were, but you still have to set yourself up to believe that things are going to work out in your favor. Okay, it's an illusion of feeling trapped, because really you're not trapped. Remove the blindfolds, beautiful Aries. Take the tethers off and know that you'll be able to focus and see the whole picture clearly. Now, let's see what we have here with our beautiful Lenormand deck. We're starting up here because we're going to crisscross energy here as I do this reading. The first card you got is the Anchor, and this is about you setting yourself up to be able to put your anchor down. Perhaps you're moving on to a new location or a new residence, a new direction, a new purpose, a new life, giving birth to a new direction on the globe of your life, okay? This is stability, but on the other hand, you still have the ability to step up and remove that anchor anytime and lift and sail on into a direction you truly wish you want to go in. You've been given the staircase, and this is choices. you will maybe be given two options, okay? Something may be coming in this week in the form of information that's going to give you two options. You can have this or you can have that. You can pick door number 1 or door number 2, but you will have options, and there will be consequences with both those decisions. However, Aries, you have the intelligence to trust your own intuition. You are fairly intuitive yourself, and pick that door that's going to bring you to your greater good. Coming in again here at the top right hand of this reading, you've been given the owl, and the owl is the bird of wisdom, has insight, can see in the dark, has the ability to watch the situation and pounce in with a vengeance when it needs to do that, to protect itself and to achieve its goals and what it wants. I do see that you're taking in a lot of information, Aries, this week. You're taking in yeah, okay, it'll come to me. The word's on the end of my tongue. You're going to be able to retain information is what you're going to be doing, and you're going to be taking in a lot of it. You have the wisdom of the owl, and you're also being guided by an owl energy, someone who knows and can guide you through a difficult situation. Coming in at the bottom of your reading here, you've been given, and this makes sense, you've been given the looking glass, okay, the magnifying glass. Again, this is looking at documentation. This is looking at the situation here that's coming in. This is looking at the options you're going to be given and knowing where you're going to go, which would bring you to your best destination. So make sure you read between the lines. Make sure you see the fine print. Make sure you see what you're getting into and what you're going to get out of the situation before you sign on the dotted line. But it came in right after the owl energy, and I see that you're going to have the wisdom to do that. So looking at this reading here, crisscrossing it, you will see the light. You will be able to, with this energy crisscrossing this, you will be able to see that you need to look into how much work you're doing, the burden that you've taken on, and making sure that you are able to tap into that. Also with the owl here, centering on in this reading, you're going to take in that energy as well. This all comes into where you are now, okay? This is you pushing yourself to the limit. This is you on a deadline. This is you wanting to get things done. But at the end of the day, you'll be given those options. You'll have the wisdom to know that you need to ask for help and take in the information they're giving you, and focusing on the options they're going to give you this week, and being able to know the final outcome, where it is you want to set your anchor down, where you're going to be your happiness and the most stable in your life at this time. Now, moving on to the new deck that I have. These are the tea leaf deck. These are an amazing deck. Be patient with me because they are new to me, and I'm just starting to use them now, but I absolutely love them. So the first, let's see what we've got here. So coming into our reading this week, and this is what we've got here. We're going to go across this reading this way, okay? So we're going to go across the reading this way. We're going to go across the reading this way. We're going to go across the reading this way. The first card you got in reference to the 9, or rather the 8 of Swords, and being doubtful, not having your confidence, and not seeing the whole picture clearly. You've kind of got yourself, some of you Aries, in a block position here, and you need to be balanced, okay? This needs to be going here, they're telling me. You need to be balanced, and this is the scales. Keep your life in balance, okay? You need to see the whole picture and nothing but the picture, and that's what this comes down to. Weighing your options, weighing the scales, give and take, push, pull, being fair with the decisions and choices you make when you're able to remove the blindfold here and see the whole picture. So this is about keeping yourself in balance. You got the torch, which is spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Seeing now that, you know, crossing over with the energy where you are now, this is coming into you, this is where you are now. You will be able to see things differently. You're becoming more spiritual, becoming more enlightened, my beautiful Aries. You're tapping into your own power, your higher being, and knowing that things and all things can come to play, because this is about getting the help you need to succeed and move forward. There's going to be a woman coming in. You've had your trials and worries about someone. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. There's a hair-colored woman, and maybe she's your mother. She may be your aunt. She may be someone in your end of the ring that's an advocate for you. Maybe this woman is a lawyer, a judge, someone in high power who you will be having dealings with. You're going to be having some dealings with this woman. I wouldn't be afraid of that, because right here I see she's going to be able to, this is what you've had to deal with in the past. I do see that she has been there for you in your end of the ring, and she will support you to the end. So I do see this as a good message from her. Okay, let's see what we have here for your beautiful, beautiful answers from the angels. You got don't stop. So Aries, keep pushing forward. Don't overdo, but keep pushing forward. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep thinking that things are going to work out in your favor. Start planning that destination. Start planning that future that you're going to have. Know that you're going to have options coming in, okay? As long as you're careful here, you know what those options are, and take in that and absorb that energy coming into you. This is a beautiful, beautiful message here this week, Aries, of you pushing forward. Don't stop where you are. Don't give up, okay? Know that you have the ability to move forward. Again, keep your thoughts positive, okay? Look towards your future this week with a brighter outcome. Know that things will be coming into play. The delays will be over soon, and you'll be able to put down your anchor again and find your stability. You have learned from the past. You have watched and done all the work that you need to do. And at the end of the day, you're getting gifted with 2 options and 2 choices. Pick the one that benefits you the best. My beautiful Aries, this is your reading for September the 16th to the 23rd. I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic week to look forward to. Again, I leave you with this. Remember, the universe and the divine want, and your higher power wants you to succeed and find your happiness and peace. So surrender to it and move forward towards your goals and your happiness. Blessings, my beautiful Aries, my beautiful souls, and know that I always and only stand in this circle of love and light for you. See you soon.